So here we are at the Elecrow ThinkNode M2. The cable is connected to my PC, just pops in the bottom there. I've got a little angle thing there just to make it easier. And we've turned the device on. We've gone to Meshtastic Flasher. So go to the same link that I put in the description. And let's detect our node. So let's select target, and then we can do the auto detect. And we need to know our COM number. And it does time out, by the way, so let's just quickly check our COM. So we're just underneath the node, right click, device manager, and double click, and there it is there, 77. Wow, that's high. So let's do that again and be quicker. Auto detect and look for 77. There it is there, connect, and hopefully, yes, it's found our device straight away. And then I'm going to always choose the experimental alpha, which is 2.7.13, like so, and then just flash. And it does everything for you, really. It's pretty good like that. And you've got a long list of what's changed. Scroll to the bottom, continue. And you can do a full erase if you want, or just update. I'm just going to do update. Select the COM again, remember 77. Connect, and off it goes. And you can see it's gone off briefly. Once it reboots, then we can just use our phone in the normal way to have a look. Give that a minute. We are getting there. Okay, watch that reboot, and then we'll connect my phone. Have a look. Now, last time at the bottom, it only had 3 selections. So it looks like it's connected fine. It does look like there's more going on there now, doesn't it? That's better. That has made a lot of difference. Okay, that is a complete transformation. So I'll be making another video. So you go along, the first one says home, the second one is messages, third one distance, fourth one is the connection that we have. What's that one there? System. Is that possibly time? I need to get the GPS on this. So there you are. So I'm actually very pleased about that. That firmware made a lot of difference. So right, we're paired to my phone. This is an Android phone, but you can use your iPhone, and you can, like I said, you can use Wi-Fi or serial connection. And we just quickly go through the settings using my phone. So there's the channel there, and we can send a message again. Click, like so. And if someone's within range of me, they're going to get that message and other information that I send. And I noticed just then that my little M1 is beeping away. Not sure if you can hear that. And excellent. And I like the new firmware, the way they've done this. So obviously there's the time, and it found the time automatically. Sorry about the glare in the background. Let's see if I can get away from that. And then we're just gonna press, and you can see there's like a menu along the bottom. And I highly recommend, if you've got, there's your different settings, press and hold to go in. Just press that on mine. Now I've just updated the firmware on my old Heltec version. You'll just see it here, okay? And look at the menus on this one. If I just move over, I highly recommend, if you haven't used your node for a while, trying to get out of this annoying glare that we're getting, look at this. Look at and you press and hold. This one's got a GPS module in it. The M1 does have a GPS module. The M2 does not. You probably could add something, but... So the main thing is to join a group in your area and to become part of this. It's a really interesting part of the hobby. Join a group. Let's click the next tab. We just go back here and go to this one here, and this is me, Hamtech M1. Look, What else we got here? Meshtastic 8, that's the one I'm on looking at now. You can look at the hardware. Go across, location, zoom in and out. That really is zoomed in, isn't it? Let's go like more like that. Too zoomed in. There you are, Southwest UK. Settings, position. So it relies on your phone's position, okay, or you can put in a fixed one. There you are, more. And broadcast interval at the moment, it's 15 minutes. Device, did we look at that already? Go back. Power config, enable power saving. Apparently the battery lasts several hours. If I want to connect via network, I just turn this on. It disconnects the Bluetooth, gives me an IP address, and I start talking via my network. We have to be on the same network. There's your Bluetooth. MQTT, you know, if you turn that on, you start to get loads of, you know, connections. And when you send out, and so just be aware that really this is an off-grid system. That's the whole point of this, that you're communicating with other people that have got one of these. They might have a better antenna than you and a better setup. So, and you can see the way it's gone red there. Just remember that when it goes red, just hit the red, find the one you're using, and you can rename all these, yeah? Find the one, it'll reconnect, which it has done, and then just carry on as before, settings, and so on. And yeah, and you can disconnect. So I think that's enough for now. It's more of a firmware update video, but I'm grabbing all my, because I've got several Meshtastic devices lying around. I'm grabbing them all now. I'm updating the firmware. I mean, this is excellent, the way you can do this. I'll quickly put my M1 there, see if you can see it. Here, and as we push through the middle, you're scrolling along the bottom here. And we've actually got a GPS lock on that one. Did you see that? In fact, let's see what happens when I press and hold. And GPS toggle, GPS format and compress. Okay, we're not going to do any of that. So you can, if I press shortly until you get to the back, and then you just go back. And this has got that paper sort of screen. Sorry about the white glare, my bright lights. I keep forgetting they're there. And so on. But, you know, dig out your Meshtastic nodes, update the firmware, because they've done a lot of work on this, and I haven't used it for ages. And there's a mesh core now. You know, I need to do more videos on the mesh core. See, this says mesh core. Learn how I can become part of the mesh core, because I'm not showing up here. But I probably aren't, because I'm just talking from one node to the other. I need to get an antenna up or put it in a loft, because you've got more than one of these devices. Put a battery pack on it, put it in my loft, just leave it up there. I've got power in my loft, actually. Not that it needs much, yeah. Like I said, you can use a good battery. It lasts probably a day or two, like with a backup battery connected as well. And become part of the mesh core. And yeah, bye for now, 7.3.